If you've ever fallen down that Pinterest rabbit hole of RV renovations, you are not alone. Because 5 years ago this month, I renovated this Facebook Marketplace find RV from top to bottom, from paint to flooring. And today I am spilling all the tea and sharing with you how everything has held up 5 years later. What I would do again, what I would not do again. So whether you're just curious or you want to do an RV renovation of your own, let's get started. So let's start with the big one, which is the painted cabinets. This is probably what I get the most questions on. So these were originally that traditional early 2000s honey oak color. I did a sand on these ones and the Crud Cutter gloss off liquid sandpaper in my main bedroom as a prep to kind of roughen up the glossier surface. Then I used a primer. Behr actually sponsored a lot of this renovation and they gave me a primer which went really well. And then I used for the cabinetry Behr's cabinet and trim enamel. And that was the first time I'd used that product and I really loved it. I still love it to this day, and I've used it on multiple projects after that, like lots of furniture, the desk in my office, etc. It dries to this really nice, smooth, hard finish, which is really important when you want to paint cabinetry or high-use items like furniture and desks. So 5 years later, these cabinets, I'm so proud of how they've lasted. There's no chips, there's no peeling. There's a little bit of, like we had our bikes in here rubbing up against the bottom cabinetry. There's a little bit of wear there, but otherwise everything looks pretty much as good as it did right after I painted it. However, let's talk about the cabinetry in the girls' bunk room. I got a little bit kind of lazy, I guess, with that. Wanted to use what I had on hand. I used this chalk style paint and it went on fine. It's wearing okay, but it is the worst to clean. It's so terrible to clean. I should have either A, sealed it off with some sort of polyurethane that was smoother and more durable, or B, just went with the same paint process that I used on these cabinets in the main area. So yeah, it's just really hard to clean. I can eventually get it sort of clean, but if I was to do it over again, I would not use chalk style paint in an RV ever again. Now let's talk about the walls. RV walls can be rather finicky. They're often covered up with some sort of vinyl or wallpaper. What I did in this RV is I simply cleaned them with a degreasing cleaner, and then I used Behr Scuff Defense on the walls. Love it. It's been holding up perfectly so far. I did not prime the walls because they were textured already. I like to use a sanding and a primer when you're working with a glossy surface. And in the case of this particular RV, this was a textured vinyl wallpaper. So I just painted right over top that with the Behr Scuff Defense. I find that these walls have stayed really nice. There has been, again, no chipping, no flaking, easy to clean. I'm able to scrub these with a mop or just some all-purpose cleaner on a paper towel. And people say all the time, I would never paint my camper white. I would never do white cabinets, white walls in a camper, but I'm here to say I love it. I absolutely love it because what happens is, yes, we get the camper dirty, like everybody in the world does. When they go camping, they get their RV dirty. However, when we're done, before we go on our next trip, I give the camper a really thorough clean. And because we have the light colors in here, I can see where every speck of dirt is. So I can mop it up, clean it up, wipe it up, and it's really no issue. And I love how open and bright this space looks compared to the before with all of the brown. Now this next one might ruffle some feathers, but what I did in here was I glued down peel and stick vinyl plank flooring. Everybody told me not to do this. People almost every second day on the internet still tell me that what I did was wrong. But 5 years later, this vinyl plank is holding up perfectly. And keep in mind that we store our RV outside in conditions that are anywhere from minus 40 degrees Celsius to plus 35 degrees Celsius. So there's a wide variety of temperature fluctuations. And I think because I use the PL construction glue, everything is held down nicely. So would I do the vinyl plank and would I glue it down again? Absolutely, yes, I would. If you want to see a tutorial for how exactly I installed this vinyl plank, even with this RV with a slide, I'll make sure to leave that down in the description box below. And I'll link everything that I use in my RV that's still available down in that description box for you below as well. Now let's talk about light fixtures. I made these really cute upcycled DIY light fixtures with the base that was already here. I used some spray paint, some wood beads, and then I attached this part with Gorilla hot glue sticks, which I use them a lot in my projects. I really like them. They're very durable. But finally, after 5 summers of camping in this RV, not this one, but the other one finally came undone at the glue part. So they lasted a pretty long time considering I used hot glue, and again, there's those temperature variations, but I make these exactly the same way. Again, no, probably not not, I would use something a little stronger like some crazy glue to attach this part to the top of my light fixture. Let's talk now about the hardware and the faucet that I painted gold. So at the time, this was kind of at the very beginning of when matte gold finishes were starting to trend. So it was hard for me to find matte gold finishes on a budget. You can find them definitely now. But at the time, I was having a hard time finding handles and a faucet that were affordable and in the matte gold. So what I did was spray paint some, I think these were originally silver perhaps. I can't even remember. I spray painted them with a gold paint, and then I also spray painted the faucet, and great budget-friendly solution. However, you can definitely see wear on these 5 years later. There's some scratches on these. On the faucet, it got pretty scratched. I didn't put any sort of sealant on top of that. So if you were to do this yourself, I would either recommend using some sort of like a spray polyurethane sealant after you spray paint, or not even spray painting these high-use items altogether. There's a lot of budget-friendly gold toned hardware now, and we actually did end up replacing the kitchen faucet with a really budget-friendly Amazon kitchen faucet in the matte gold finish, and it works a lot better. Now this might surprise you, but the peel and stick vinyl marble look countertop and the Backsplash have held up amazingly well over 5 years of using this trailer quite a bit. Heck, we even drove all the way down to Disneyland from Edmonton back up. We've done several camping trips every single year, and this is one of my favorite products. So the marble look is a vinyl peel and stick. Again, I'll link that down for you in the description box below. And the Backsplash is a vinyl as well. They were a little bit annoying to install. If you watched the original video from 5 years ago, you'll remember kind of had a bit of a struggle, but they've held up surprisingly well. I've had to redo the caulking around the sink a little bit, but that's pretty standard, especially when you have those temperature variations. And there's a little bit of the Backsplash lifting at the coffee bar area, but I know what I did there. What I recommend when you're applying peel and stick Backsplash in an RV or peel and stick wallpaper, make sure you prime the wall first with a good bonding primer. Let that completely cure for a few days and then apply your peel and stick on top. I did that in the Backsplash in the kitchen area, but I did not do that for the Backsplash in the coffee bar. I was in a rush. I kind of just didn't do what I knew I had to do. So if you are adding any kind of peel and stick to your RV, make sure to prime first, and then you'll get that long lasting finish that you want. The coffee bar conversion was my little slice of joy in this RV, and it still is. This is the spot that we probably use the most in this RV when we're camping. I set up all my coffee stuff here, and then we set up kind of a drink station for the kids. And because the kitchen countertops are really, really small, this was really a good idea to convert this TV area to more counter space. Now, there's a little bit of wear on the gold paint on this IKEA rail up here because, again, I didn't seal it with any sort of polyurethane spray, and because when the RV is moving, these hooks slide back and forth, so it doesn't look that great right now. But again, they didn't have gold rails back then. IKEA does have gold rails now. So if I was to re-renovate this, I would just buy the gold rail from the start and not spray paint it. The shelf still looks great. The brackets look good on the shelf. TV has held up. Everybody always asks, how do you hang things in the RV? I just use short wood screws, and we use that for the TV. It's fine, it's very secure. So if you're dreaming up converting the TV entertainment unit in your RV to a coffee station, I would 100% do it. Do it, trust me, it's amazing. Okay, now this back here is still one of my favorite spaces in the RV. We completely redid this primary bedroom area for Sean and me. I removed the upper cabinets. We didn't need the extra storage. They were just very annoying up there. And I added this paneling and painted everything and used that same method as I did on the kitchen cabinets with the liquid sandpaper, the primer, and the cabinet and trim enamel. Everything's held up beautifully. I did actually find the gold handles for these doors. Those have held up beautifully as well. And I just love the contrast with the dark green and the white in here. So if you're wondering how to make your RV feel more like home, consider removing cabinets that you might not use. You might be able to find extra storage in places like under the bed, using hanging baskets on hooks, etc., just to make the space feel a little bit more like an actual room with a feature wall and give it more breathing room. I just cleaned this space up and I'm excited to get ready to go on another camping trip. I have had so much fun doing this renovation. I would definitely do another one in a heartbeat. What would I do differently? I would not use chalk paint. I would use the kind of more time-consuming method that I know lasts a little bit longer. I wouldn't paint high-use items with spray paint. I would just buy them in the color that I wanted. I would use a stronger adhesive on things like light fixtures. But everything else I can say with confidence I would do over again. Now, if you like this video, check out this one right here to watch next, where I share exactly how I renovated this RV from start to finish, with how I did the flooring, how I did the paint, and everything in between. Click here to watch this one next.